because it is a holiday week, and I am actually, instead of making this big meal on midweek or on Thursday for the 4th of July, I am going to do it now. So on the menu for me and my kiddo, we have a couple of lovely steaks that I'm going to make stovetop actually, and we have potato salad, which I'm going to prepare right now, and we actually have also a blueberry pie. We actually had a little bit for brekkie. And right, some Oreo cupcakes perhaps at the end of the day. So yes, and watching a show. Oh, it's going to be fun. So got the music going, all the ingredients are out, so I'm just going to be prepping in the background. And potato salad is by far one of my favorites. I have not made this actually in maybe a couple of years. It really does make a lot, but it also keeps really well. It's just delightful. And I finally got smart this time because I have such a small kitchen, little space to work with. I really focused in on trying to minimize the number of pots and pans that I use. So what I did before I started filming here is I hard-boiled the eggs. The recipe calls for 3, but I always make 6 whenever I boil eggs. I boiled them in a stock pot, and this was ice, but this is the trick. You boil these puppies for 13 minutes, then you put them over a little bed of ice, and they chill completely, and it makes it simple to just crack them open, and they're nice and chilled to go into the potato salad, which is served cold. So let's see. And what I did was I just rinsed out the pot and then boiled off some diced potatoes till they're fork tender. Even a little bit less so, because you don't want to turn it into mashed potato salad. I've certainly done that my share of times when I've lost track of the boiling. Right. To round things out, we are just going to do some baked beans seasoned with bacon and brown sugar. I have an incredible recipe for baked beans, but it makes a lot. And so I am not going to be preparing those for today, just because there's no way I could make it through it. And even my neighbors, I can sure give it away, but I don't even have enough containers to give that much away. It is meant for a little big barbecue. All right, so let's do a little rundown of the ingredients for this potato salad. And by the way, this can also be converted to a macaroni salad if you are inclined. Yes, which, yes, I'm hearing the kiddo saying she would quite like that. And so next time I give this a go, I'll just swap out the potatoes with some cooked macaroni, cooked al dente.
Hello.
Do you want to assist me?
No.
Oh. All right, so rundown of ingredients. We're going to be, in this large bowl, I like to put the potatoes in there first, and I actually put them in the fridge to chill as best as I can before I start adding additional ingredients. And you want to chill it for at least a couple of hours, give it a good mix after that time, and all those beautiful flavors will meld.
Mommy, what's this?
Look at that. So we're going to be adding to this mayonnaise. I have some dried dill weed and some ground dried mustard. You can also use prepared mustard too. Additionally, I'm going to be mincing up some celery, some onion, some dill pickles that have been drained off, and of course the eggs. Add some salt and pepper, and then give it a good mix, and that shall be that. So, olé, let's get going. This is a pretty traditional potato salad.
And don't forget the bubble gun.
Well, yeah, that'll be fun for the 4th of July, won't it?
What will?
The bubble gun.
It doesn't work though.
Well, we'll see what we can figure out. You have all those bubbles on the front porch too. that we can sure use.
No, we have a lot of plenty. We have enough.
We sure do. Yeah, speaking of 4th of July too, can't resist not sharing. Bruce Springsteen is on the old radio right now. So that feels kind of lovely and appropriate.
See the bubble mix.
That's right. Kiddo got a little bubble blower today, so she's having some fun
And here's
with
the
that.
bubble blower.
That's right.
See, it glows.
Yeah, but
It glows. Can you see that it glows?
we don't want bubbles in our potato salad.
It doesn't work.
Oh well.
Hey, we're putting bubbles in the potato salad.
That little extra special fun in the potato salad.
Mommy, you forgot to get our breakfast.
No, it's good. It's all good. All right.
Don't
First
forget
in.
the slime.
We have some onions, about half an onion.
And slime.
Okay. All right. So I use 1 pot to boil off
And
these
don't forget
ingredients,
pennies.
and I also used 1 giant colander.
And the bouncy ball.
That's right. Okay.
Mommy,
Honey,
I figured
please
out
don't-
something. If you do it really high, and then if you put the ball very high, and it will bounce a couple times.
Let's not.
If you throw it to right, see?
I see. Let's not throw that in the kitchen though. I don't want it to knock
See?
anything over.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, we're gonna do some painting too. Let's not put that over the food, okay? Maybe you pull out some paper, honey, and make some pretty pictures.
I'm not going to paint.
No?
I'm just showing them what I have.
Oh.
That's something to make me think.
Oh, and a poppy.
Da-dee-da-dee.
Okay.
You want to play this game with me? It's cool.
All right. We're adding a cup and a half of minced celery.
And then you use those colors, make it what's it. Hi, it's a partner game. You can play it with anybody.
That's
And you
right.
can also play it by yourself. See? Look inside it and look at the cup. And you can see inside. So you cut little straws.
How about you use the glue and some paper and turn that into a pretty picture? You have all the colors of the rainbow in there.
Ooh, let me show them my favorite.
My kiddo loves art and crafts. She's not too keen on celery, so I am going to do my best to mince this up finely and convince her that at that
If you
special.
want to see, this is something I made by myself
Yeah.
with a bookmark in the middle. You can make it. The steps are easy. Just get all the colors of the rainbow and put a bookmark in the middle.
That's right.
And this is the color I'm using to make celery.
Oh, good. Ooh, yes. Enjoy it. Do you want to?
I'm gonna have one slice and see if I like it.
Oh, good idea. What do you think? Give it a taste. Pretty good.
I like the keepers,
Oh, you do?
but not so.
Hey, you know, though, I'm glad you gave it a try. And you know what? When it gets mixed up with all these other yummy ingredients, it's going to be pretty tasty. Would you like a pickle?
Thank you. Isn't that great manners?
Oh, sweet pea. Okay, you're actually, that's the space. Let's sit down. You're right in the space. I don't want to whack you with my elbow as I'm cooking here.
Okay.
You could put that over a little bit away from the stove.
I want them to see what I look like.
Well,
I mean the person that likes it.
as I am chopping and doing this, I do have another little a little cat circling up around my feet like a little shark, because I don't know cats very well, but I adore this cat. Yeah.
Is Frisky.
Yes.
He got my toe.
Yes, he did.
And slaps your face and licks it.
Yes, he does.
And when it's done, he crawls and then he pounces on us while we're sleeping.
Yes, he does pounce on us while we're sleeping. Okay,
And our names are Natalie and Daisy.
You want to? Let me show you. This is the trick.
Quack, quack,
You just whack it and crack it. Whack it and crack it. You want to give it a try?
Yeah.
Okay, your hands are clean. All the way around. Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah. Look how easy that is, kiddo. Thanks for your help. She is 6 and of the age.
And I'm almost 7. My birthday is in March.
It sure is. So we're closer to Christmas than your birthday.
Yeah, because I just had my birthday. If you're watching this video today.
Okay. You're doing great. See how easy it is? It's easier with big hands. Oh, we only need, well, why not? We'll add all the eggs. Why not?
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 eggs. I'm going to give these a little rinse.
I bet it will taste better than the first one.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be delicious.
It's my birthday today!
Is it now?
Happy birthday!
Okay, so I have a colander. I use the colander to drain off the potatoes, to drain off the pickles. And
This is Linky. This is Linky, guys.
Okay.
Isn't he so cute?
Now we need to stop. There you go,
kitty.
We don't need kitty hair in the potato salad.
I think that need a frisky guy in the potato salad.
Right.
Can I please have some bananas?
Not right now. Can you, Daisy? Honey, can we start a craft, please? Maybe, actually, what if you draw something for the 4th of July? Your grandpa's birthday is coming up this week, too. Maybe he...
I don't know what to do.
Well, let's put our thinking cap on.
We don't have a thinking cap.
Linky does?
We don't. Because we're cats and Linky's a human.
Oh, is he now? All right.
What are you doing with that paintbrush, Linky? This is what the kid is doing with this paintbrush.
He's saying paint, Daisy. I want to watch.
You're my favorite.
All right. Okay. That's it for the eggs. This is going to be quite a stir here.
My favorite kitty cat ever is me. That was the cat you just so annoying.
have everything in. Okay, start with the seasonings. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And pepper is pretty good, but I actually always go kind of on the light side with the black pepper.
And your dedications starting at 7.
Okay, here we go with the mustard. It says 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon, you know, and it just kind of depends. I always just give it kind of a generous shake of the powdered mustard. I can't say for certain that I've actually ever used prepared mustard in this recipe, but I'm sure it'll be good. Just keep in mind, since it is wet, it might make the salad a little runny.
What is soda? Come on, I can't like soda cheese puffs.
I need you to sit down. I don't want to bunk you with my elbow. Okay, and with the dill, you can certainly use fresh, a tablespoon of fresh or a teaspoon of dried. So I'm just going to eyeball it as well. And that's that. Mayonnaise. We want 1 cup. And I'm going to ballpark that as well. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens at this point with this little bowl. I usually prepare this in quite a large bowl. So if I get a little messy, please pardon me. Looks like I have a couple of people in the room. Hello. Wild Clips is asking English or Spanish. I'm wondering if you're asking about the language, and certainly is English. It looks like I have a retracted message. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, I guess this is a good point for me to say. Welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to my kitchen, and I hope you're having a good day. And I just ask that, you know, please feel free to interact, but please use your manners towards me and towards other people in the room. I would really appreciate that. If you're grumpy, go for a walk. Not you. All right, so we're gonna ballpark the mayonnaise, and I tend to start light and then add more depending on the consistency. When you put, I usually add less to start, and then as I put it in the fridge to chill, cover it of course, and things kind of start to dry out in the fridge. So after a couple of hours, you might find that it would be helpful to add some additional mayonnaise before serving, after that chilling process has happened. So far this bowl is working great. This is a nice pretty color. I have always had kind of an ambition to make potato salad from scratch completely, meaning even the mayonnaise. But, you know, I think I need more serious kitchen equipment to pull off whipping mayonnaise. I kind of don't want to go there unless I have to. Okay, and do you see at this point too how things might get a little mushy if you didn't cook, if you overcook the potatoes? Okay. Okay. Getting stirred up pretty good.
contact your timeshare resort or Western Financial Group for assistance, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information for free with the straight facts about timeshare cancellation.
Okay. So there's that. And yes, de resistance. Little dash of paprika on top. Sometimes people like to do a little pretty garnish. Maybe some sliced egg on top. You know, if you're serving this to a party. I'll just add a little bit of flavor, about a quarter teaspoon of paprika. And there we are, potato salad. Wrap this business. We'll cover it with some cellophane. I just leave the spoon in there too. I don't mean to be lazy with dishes, but then I kind of do too. Because I would rather spend the time eating and enjoying than doing the dishes. So there we are. Classic American potato salad. I've seen people do so many different things with potato salad too. You can add jalapenos. I've definitely seen that. It was a unique flavor, I must say. You can use sweet gherkins instead of dill pickles if you like. All kind of depends on your preference. All right. Let's get a steak going. Okay, I no longer have a yard to be able to barbecue. I sure do miss the flavor and flexibility of having a barbecue. But this, cooking in the oven, a little modified, will sure have to do. So what I'm just doing here is preparing.
Isn't that light too?
Yes?
We have light too. I just said it light too.
Oh. It might be the connection, honey. You could turn it off and then restart it and reset it. Okay. This tinfoil just makes for easy cleanup. The pan will get a little dirty, but no worries. Okay, steaks. Some beautiful New York sirloins, and this was kind of a neat find for a good price. Free range grass-fed beef. I really do eat beef so rarely that, you know, it's kind of a real treat. I do very much love sirloin. All right. I do like to keep the fat on. All right. Hopefully this knife is sharp enough to make this quick work. I'm not going to bother with that. They're pretty thin. If I were to have purchased these at a butcher, or from a butcher, I would have asked them to actually slice these in half, because a nice thin sirloin is a great way to kind of extend the meal a little bit, or the meat, but I can't actually eat a whole lot of beef, I find. I love the flavor, but I guess just as I've aged, it's not as agreeable with me as I would like. I'm just using my all-purpose seasoned salt.
Blinding lights on 94.7. This is the late great Tina Turner, and what's love got to do with it? She's gonna tell you.
Tina Turner. Okay, I'm gonna season that pretty generously. Okay. All right. Bring out the big guns. Right. Now I'm going to be doing something that you likely have not, I don't know, not seen before, and oh, hopefully you can see that okay. It looks like the orientation is off. I'm actually going to sear these steaks on high heat. Then I'm going to, actually, maybe I won't use the rack to finish them off. I think I'll sear them in here and then pop them straight into the oven. And I kind of ballpark it for the actual of cooking with the beef. I kind of like medium in the middle. So we're going to sear this business in butter. And there is an additional little trick that I learned a couple of years back about, or with steaks. Once they're finished cooking, or actually after you turn them in the oven, you put a little pat of butter on top, and that just adds a little extra love. Now, if I were to be cooking these steaks on a proper barbecue, I would be turning that puppy on high heat, all burners. I would sear each side. I would oil the grill or oil the grates. Then I would turn it up to, I would sear each side of the steak for 1 minute on each side. Then I would lower the temperature, probably maybe half heat, and allow it to cook off. I think I usually would wait maybe 5 to 7 minutes, and that gets me to the spot that I really like. So this is my first time cooking a steak in a pan, for years, because many years, especially during college, I did not have a yard. I had an apartment. A lot of times those are not allowed on apartment patios. Okay, so pre-seasoned steaks are going into sear. That do its magic, and look at me, I freed up another few minutes for dishes by just going this route instead of with the rack. So I'm going to go the same route with the searing. Give it about a minute to sear this side. It's going to be interesting to see what the butter does. Because, yeah, again, I have not done this in many years. they are. The way I kind of figure this too, I have the window open because I do not actually have a hood vent as well. So the window's open, and I am thinking I might fill the neighborhood with the smell of barbecue. So in a lot of ways, we're celebrating the holiday with food in advance, but we're just kicking off a week of festivities. The weather has been beautiful and quite hot, well, at least for where we live. It was 87 degrees yesterday, and today it's kind of dancing around in the mid to high 60s. We have some cloud cover happening and some wind. Some pretty solid gray clouds are being pushed this way from the coast, and I'm watching them stack up against the foothills where we live. So hopefully, we see some action, but not too serious action. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to put this under a broiler. I'm going to put it at 400. I actually realize now I overlooked one really cool trick to keep butter from burning. Actually, I'm improvising, thinking I might you add a little oil with the butter, and I could probably get away with popping that in the oven as is, but I'm pretty convinced right now that if I do put this in the oven, things will get burnt. So I am going to use the prepared baking sheet and roasting rack after all. Alright. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of this little trick. Well, I'm going to wait for the butter. So there we are. 2 sirloin steaks, seared for 1 minute on each side. And I'm going to pop this into a 450 oven and give it 5 minutes. Then I'm going to temp it to see what happens. In the meantime, I have a nice hot oven ready to go. And if you are familiar with my kitchen from previous videos, I do not in fact have a microwave. I am going to use my trusty Pyrex to heat up these beans. Okay. It's kind of neat too. I have been restocking or going through my food storage, my pantry, spending a lot of time doing that and just mixing fresh things as I like with some of the canned goods here and there. And it's kind of funny. I do purchase things in waves. 4th of July, well, we tend to make, or for the holidays especially, I tend to make the same meals. And one thing I have noticed is that these items, canned items, they always go on sale after the holiday's over, so that's when I restock. So this is actually my last can of baked beans before I need to restock. Yep, so just pop it in, nothing to it. Drop it in the oven, and that's going to come out probably about the same time. So I'm going to put the steaks in as they are, or I put the steaks in as they are, 5 minutes, and then I'm going to flip the other side and cook maybe for another 3 to 5 minutes. So yeah, now it's just cleanup time. Woo! Barbecue's happening. Get those windows open. Tip with pies as well, if you do cut into a fruit pie, certainly you want to refrigerate it, but if you put a little bit of cellophane right up against the pie filling, or anywhere where, you know, the crust isn't completely covering it, you can store it that way, and you won't get kind of like a gummy hard bits if, you know, you take a couple of days to eat your pie. Between the two of us, we cannot polish off a pie in time, so usually there are a couple of pieces we go to friends or loved ones, and it all works out in the end. My kiddo actually told me she wanted to make a blueberry pie. The hint was she literally opened up the cans and had them sitting on the countertop, and she chose blueberry this time. Keep this in mind as well. With meat, once you take it off of the heat, you want to let it rest for a bit. You can cover it domed with a sheet of tin foil if you like, and that will kind of keep the temp steady, so it won't be cold, get cold. But I tend to undercook certain things. Not poultry though, but I tend to undercook things, and then like a turkey, I take it out just a little bit early and set it on the carving board. It lets all those beautiful juices kind of make their way back up, and the bird just seals beautifully. But I let it rest for I think about 20-30 minutes, and then I slice it, and yeah, it just retains the juices well, and the meat keeps cooking even while it's off the heat. So just something to keep in mind. Alright, I can see the magic happening. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this was a much better approach than the roasting pan. Next time, I do not think I will forget to add a little bit of oil on the sauté. But one does need a little bit of char on your meat. I hope you all enjoyed the solstice, the summer solstice. We are officially in summertime now. I heard that the northern lights, or the aurora borealis, was actually visible in our neck of the woods in the Pacific Northwest. Again, on the solstice, I was outside and I sure looked for it. I feel like I could see almost like a foggy, misty type of thing happening in the sky, but I actually didn't pull out my phone and point it to the sky. I heard that that was the way that you can capture the northern lights, even if you can't see it with your eye. So I think that is really a special thing, but for some reason I just kind of wanted to sit and enjoy it, and enjoy the cool evening, especially once the ground and the buildings and everything kind of cool down after that hot evening sun. It's kind of one of my favorite parts of night. Wish I had thought ahead to give you something to stare at besides a burner. We're just waiting here for the steaks to finish up. Next time I will be prepared. In years past, I have loved hosting 4th of July barbecues, and in a lot of ways it was kind of my Thanksgiving in the summertime. I would spend the day before preparing all the salads. Oh, and I would pull out all the stops. I think the largest party that I threw was, I think 15, 16 people were there. And that was back in the day when I had a teeny little one-bedroom condo in Seattle, and I always joked that I had to grease up their shoulders to fit everyone in the door. So it's kind of fun to switch things up a little bit and just be able to celebrate with the two of us and enjoy some of the goodies left over after tonight, because I do not think the two of us will barely get through one steak, especially with some sides. And pie. And the pie, actually, I'm going to serve that a la mode and then introduce the kiddo properly to what that exactly means. All right, I think we're at the point. I'm going to pop this out here. All right. Lovely. All right, and I know it's going to drip off, but I'm going to take a page from Ruth Chris's Steakhouse and pop some butter on top of those steaks. All right, so it looks like we're good to go. Dinner is going to be happening soon, so we have some pan-roasted sirloin steaks finished off in the oven, as well as some classic American potato salad and some baked beans. Oh, and a lovely bagged salad as well with some buttermilk ranch dressing. I didn't pull all that out yet, but I'm going to prepare that right now. But anyways, that does it for now. And thank you again for joining me in my kitchen. I wish you a happy Sunday and health and well-being, as well as a wonderful 4th of July holiday.